All right, folks, this video gonna do a little comparison, just one specific game with the RTX 4060 Ti. So we're gonna compare it to a bunch of different graphics cards that I have here. And this first slide gonna look at the prices. So what I originally paid for my EVGA RTX 3070 was basically $399. That's exactly what the 4060 Ti is going for, at least the lowest price at the moment of this video, which is June 3rd, 2023. Also, comparing RTX 4070, that was $599. And then the RTX 2080 Ti, when I bought that, it was $800. Recently, I got an RX 7600 for $279, and then the RX 6650, which is about $249. Also, for the heck of it, I'm throwing in a GTX 980 Ti. So you can see out of these, obviously, back in the day, the 2080 Ti was the most expensive. At some point, 3070s were way up there too, right? Impossible to get those. Maybe not impossible, but hard to get those at MSRP. All right, so looking at the next slide, folks, how did this game do? And this is looking at one setting. So this is 4K low settings, Call of Duty. And I don't know why I didn't put that part in here. Is that spelled wrong? All right, so you can see out of these how they did, right? So at the very top, the RTX 4070, which achieved 114 FPS. The 980 Ti, which was at the bottom, but still, for the price at $100, respectable at 37 FPS. Now, our 4060 Ti, 93. So really, kind of the question is, hey, is the 4070 worth, spending 50% more on the price of it to get 20% more FPS? That's, at least at this game, whether it's worth it or not, it's another story. Now the 3070, which you can buy these nowadays, I believe, probably around the 300 mark used. This may be a better deal as it came in at 87, so 6 FPS drop. Now, if I go, I'm not going to show you guys on eBay here, but if I were to go to eBay and put in RTX 3070 Ti, which is probably the equivalent, I would imagine, folks, that we would get pretty darn close performance-wise. And of course, when you put the Ti in there, eBay always shows you the 3070s first. It's the worst search engine besides Amazon's. All right, so you can get a used 3070 for $300. So that definitely is a better deal, in my opinion, than spending the money on the 4060 Ti. Now, if I could find a 3070 Ti, and I own one, I'm not sure why I didn't do a video for that. It's probably going to give you the same performance as the 4060 Ti, maybe a little better. Definitely not as good as the 3080. But you could pick a used 3070 Ti up for $368 is the cheapest one on there right now that I see. So now, throwing in also, like I said, we had the 4070 in here, which, would cost you a lot more money to get that. The 2080 Ti, which is comparative to the 3070 on this setting. These can be had for a little over $200, I believe now. So that may be another option. The other ones that I had, the RX 7600, which we just bought recently, 79 FPS. That comes in at $279. Is that worth it? Questionable. The RX 6650, which in most games gives you about the same FPS, just not in this one. It came in at 67, which is, kind of terrible. The RX 6700, which would probably be closer to this in performance, may be a better deal in general, right? So a lot of different options. Um, but that's kind of where we're at with this initial look at 4K low with Call of Duty. Um, Thanks for checking out the video, folks. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you.